What are you doing here?
Come for residential.
Residential?
Yes.
This is what place?
This is UNILAS.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Joanne Mute, and I'm just going to introduce my colleagues. They will introduce themselves, in fact. We've been together in the Stellenbosch and UNILAS joint postgraduate school.
Thank you very much. I'm Richard Musukwa.
Thank you very much. I'm Patrick Musokwa.
The name sounds very similar, but they're two different individuals or entities that we're dealing with. But anyhow, my colleagues, how did you find this particular session? You've been here from Monday to Friday, 5 days straight, very hectic. But what have you found? What have you learned out of all these sessions that we've had?
This initiative, or should I say collaboration between Stellenbosch and the UNILAS is fantastic. And it has brought out a lot of key factors in terms of enhancing my research and my entire study in my PhD journey. This is really commendable.
Awesome. Do you have anything to say, sir?
Indeed. I'm a doctoral student in accounting and finance at the UNILAS, and this program has been very enlightening and uplifting in the sense that it has been grounding me and my colleagues in all aspects of a doctoral journey.
Thank you very much. Talk about being grounded and heightening the desire and the passion to be proper scholars that are so fully baked scholars that prove to be relevant and bringing, kind of change makers, so to say, to our own society, to our own country. But I just want to find out from my colleagues, what could be some of their highlights for the purpose of those who are planning to come and enroll, or some of our colleagues who've missed out in terms of the sessions that we had. What are some of your highlights?
First and foremost, I would like to state that, in fact, most of our colleagues that we are undertaking this PhD journey with have certainly missed a great deal, and I wish that they had an opportunity to attend this kind of exposition, which has really not just grounded the kind of work that we have been doing, but enhanced and transformed our way of thinking in terms of the research I have been undertaking this research in excess of over 3 years now, and it was like I was just starting. I think that most of the work, especially if you look at research writing and just the last component that we got to do today in terms of how to just get referencing using facilities such as Mendeley, it's just a great deal that just adds icing sugar on the study that has already been taking place.
Very true. So what are your highlights?
My highlights are that first we were like given a spirit of being a doctorateness. By that I mean you feel and think like a PhD graduate. What you articulate in terms of a problem that you are intending to write a thesis on, the literature review, the research design, and the analysis of the data that you have collected, they have all been highlighted along this week. And it has encouraged or uplifted a number of us to actually be able to complete our proposals and then continue with the rest of the PhD journey, which involves collecting data, analyzing, and then coming up with a doctoral thesis.
That's very true. You know, after being in a field for a long time to collect data and all sorts of information, this data has to be properly presented in an academic writing. And it's not just the writing that we ordinarily do, but, you know, they went through step by step in terms of presenting credible data.
Exactly.
That should be able to pass academic scholars.
That's right.
To add to what Honorable has said, when you are writing a doctoral thesis, you need to have a language which is aligned at the doctoral level as well as the discipline in which you are researching. For instance, if I use my own example, the doctoral thesis that I will ultimately come up with after collecting the data and analyzing it, I will present it in accordance with the discipline of accounting and finance, as well as the appropriate level of thinking, which is compatible with a doctoral student.
Exactly. So based on some of the benefits you've just highlighted in terms of how this session has been, what do you think maybe could be done better or could have been done better? Or what is your recommendation to the postgraduate faculty, but also to our colleagues that were not here? What is your word?
First and foremost, we are coming from a platform where most of these interactions have been through internet for a long time, especially after COVID. And now this face-to-face interaction, which was initiated by UNILAS in collaboration with Stellenbosch, is highly commendable. And I can only hope that we can have more of such interaction, especially with postgraduate students, and enhance this interaction between the school, lecturers, supervisors, and students in order to get the best out of this platform of postgraduate education.
That's right.
To just add a little to what the Honorable has said, first of all, we extend our thanks to the University of Lusaka for actually initiating this joint scholars initiative. And we would like it to be encouraged that it is incorporated in the program, especially for those who are just starting and those who are still continuing the PhD journey. It is encouraging, it is enlightening, it is informing. So it is a very worthwhile initiative and it is worth incorporating it in the PhD program.
It's just like it has summarized all the work that we have been doing all these couple of years, summarized in a workshop. And then from there, you know, you are able to panel beat your document and your research in order to ensure that it fits into the requirements by the university.
Exactly. So, colleagues, to our listeners, this has been the Stellenbosch and University of Lusaka Joint Postgraduate School. You are encouraged to enroll because we are enhancing the quality almost every single semester that comes. Apart from Stellenbosch, University of Lusaka also plans to partner with many other universities beyond Zambia in the region. So, see you there. Expect you to enroll now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I think my role is simply to say thank you very much to the University of Stellenbosch. I think it's the first time we are co-hosting, if I can say that, with them. I hope it will be the first of many. But for me, what is critical, as I said last time when I came, is that we need to build a cohort of not only researchers, not only people who have bragging rights because they've got titles after their names, but the people who can think correctly about the problems of Africa. Whether this is in economics, in medicine, in law, we have so many problems. But we just don't have the critical mass of people that can apply themselves to these problems. I will stretch you a little and give you an example in my own practice, urology practice, which is, now if you read the books, the urology books or the medical books, what they say about cancer of the bladder, I'm a urologist by the way. I'm not going to say anything scary or so that you have nightmares or anything, but urology is the branch of medicine that deals with diseases of the urinary system and the male reproductive system, especially those that require surgery. One of the key things, one of the common cancers we find is cancer of the bladder. And if you read the books, because most of the books are European books, okay? So if you read the books, they will say cancer of the bladder presents with painless hematuria. In other words, painless, the patients will present with passing a lot of blood in the urine without any pain, okay? So that's what you find in the textbooks. What you find on the ground is that the kind of cancer that we have in Africa is slightly different from the European kind of cancer. Because the cancer we find in Africa is triggered by bilharzia or schistosomiasis. And especially we say in Africa, Zambia has 40% of inland water. Okay, whether it's true or not, but we have a lot of fresh water. We have a lot of bilharzia. So the cancer we have is a very aggressive, ulcerating type of a cancer. The patients present typically with pain. They present with painful hematuria. They present with a lot of pain and they pass out little pieces like worms, like necroturia. So anyway, I'm giving you this example because when I looked at this, I said, look, the textbooks, yes, they're European textbooks, but our experience is different from this. We should teach our students our experience. And we began to publish quite a bit on this. And recently, there has been this recognition that the cancer in Europe, which is transitional cell, which is just affects the upper lining of the bladder, does cause painless hematuria. But many books have made that addition and said, in Africa, however, where there's bilharzia, there's a much different type of cancer which causes ulcers and is associated with pain. So you see, it's very important for us to become, I know that you want to have the bragging rights, as I said, and bragging rights are fine, but we want to have that critical mass of thinkers, of researchers. And by partnering with Stellenbosch and others, we hope you will be that critical mass of thinkers in Zambia and in Africa. Yeah. I think this is the key message that we must carry. There are so many problems, economics, central banking. How do we talk about inflation in Africa? What about political science and democracy? What type of democracy is appropriate for Africa? We need people to think over these things and be able to apply African solutions to these problems. Like I said, in Africa, the event never ends. There are too many elders, and all the elders must say something, otherwise. So I'm glad to hand over the mic to one of our colleagues from Stellenbosch, say a few words as well. But for me, I think these are the last words, and I thank you all, the Dean and your team, for doing an excellent job.
Colleagues, this is where we come to the end. My DVC told me that I can thank you and say we've come to the close of the joint school. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Are you enjoying the chikanda? Okay. Hey, Mr. Piri. Smufuna Lumanda. Lumanda. Okay. Vakaluva. Nga wachileta pa aka kumwenu. Wakuchipata. Mufuna lumanda. Simufuna lumanda jera. Washef nimwe libandani zina
Simon Chikwenya Amrisa
wakumpika kwana walya iyi menu yasi ya wamama ningi.
Hii menu ni supu ya mbuzi.
Oh no, ya wama.
And this is tilapia.
Kumwe skulu wakula.
Mie supu wakula.
Okay.
Nashikande.
Iyi ni Polonia chinsali.
African Poloni.
Na mwe wa Joani. Muziva kulia na mafoloko. Okay. Vavemba hivi. Oh.
African Polona wemba.
Manje lumanda iliku.
Lumanda padia mwe.
Oh. I can see you are enjoying your meal. Naona palinsomba byakwasu kulwangwa ngako nikachani yako ini mbuzi ya kuchongwe ya kuchongwe. Enjoying yourselves here? I can see. Now if we show it to your people at home and you didn't leave any money for food, you are in trouble. Are you, Honorable Musuku, enjoying your meal?
Nice.
Yeah, you enjoying this place?
Very well.
You wish every day we had such events, eh? Yeah. Mfumu yasu, yandodo. Achiavi. You came here for the workshop?
Yes.
Okay, you are studying what?
PhD in law.
In law, you a lawyer. Okay, so you want to go up and up. Okay, that's good. Okay. Yeah, so Chiavi means what?
Close.
Oh, okay. That's a good name. So where are you in Choma? Which side?
Mapanza chiefdom.
Oh, Mapanza. Okay.
Choma and Our chief.
Is our chief, eh?
Demonstrating leadership.
Yes.
At the highest level. Come and join and persuade our women and youth
Yes.
to learn.
Yes.
Pursuing his
PhD. Yeah.
After pursuing PhD, it means he has already done his master.
Yeah.
Education never ceases.
Yes.
This is a very good pointer. Not only the youth, but everyone in Zambia.
In Zambia. Yeah. We wish other leaders, traditional leaders, could follow. Yeah. Yeah. This is very good. Yeah, Your Highness. It's very good. At least it sets an example.
They would have just sat waiting to be given the order and so, but he has come.
He's come to study. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
The way we do it in Zambia, if someone comes into your home, you first of all give them food. If you don't have food, you give them water. You don't even have to ask them. What would you like to take? You just offer them. And they don't have to refuse. They have to taste the food and then they would say, we've actually had our food. And because we haven't done that, we take you in the traditional style and give you the gifts to compensate for the fact that when you arrived, we didn't offer you food. So, go for this. That is remember that this was actually to make up for the fact that we
Explain a little bit about that.
Okay, yes. For the gentleman to take it out.
It's a shirt.
For him it's a shirt. Wow. And the lady ladies have been given a chitenge each. Chitenge. That's our national dress. So that's basically. Thanks.